Good morning to you all. I am with Teddy here at the Posh Center. This is the last day of the social media week. I'm chatting to Teddy about the aspect which I've come to find common here in Lagos, where an average Lagosian has got two phones. So let's chat to Teddy and hear what he says. Teddy, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, man. Um, The aspect of having two phones, tell me a bit about it. Why is it that so many Nigerians have got two phones?
Okay, number one is there are two reasons.
Yeah,
First of all, we say the networks. Sometimes networks are not really reliable.
yeah,
So most will have two different networks, three different networks, or maybe four different SIMs.
four different SIMs.
Yeah, just because of this.
I see.
You understand? That's one. Number two.
So are you saying that it's possible that a Lagosian would have up to four phones?
Well, I'm a Lagosian, so I'll say it's possible to have up to 6 phones.
Six?
Not max 6 phones.
Yeah, yeah.
Max. Sometimes you have 4 phones. Yeah, most people have 4 phones.
I see.
Yeah. Most businessmen have 4 phones.
Okay.
But you see, one of the reasons because it depends on the nature of the job you do.
Yeah,
And you might want to have a personal number to yourself, and your number might numbers you want to give to your contacts,
I see.
your fans,
Yeah.
people around you, just in case. You know, it's not everybody you want to give your personal number to for security
yes.
reasons. So you
Yes.
have that for yourself, your family, your wife, your
So
personal
there's a
friends.
security reason issue as well with regards to.
Well, when I mean security, I mean people want to budge and calling you and all that. Take for example, JJ Okocha will not give his personal number every time.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? Because
Okay.
if he does that, he'll be budging you with calls and all that and all that. So there's a police might give you his other number, it belongs to his peer or something like that.
Yeah,
And so you can call the number and somebody else will pick it up and say, okay, how can I help you?
I see.
You understand? I mean, most reasons because of the networks.
Aha,
So most times you just have 2 phones.
I
An
see.
average Nigerian have 2 phones.
Man. And what about the dual SIM type phones?
Well, personally, I really think that I think those dual phones were made for Nigerians.
Aha.
You understand? Because it's like most people find it very inconvenient to carry 2 phones, carrying 3 phones.
Mm-hmm.
Take for example, you have 4 different SIM, 4 different networks. You can't
Yeah.
see yourself carrying 4 different phones.
Yes, yes.
So Nokia comes with what should I what am I going to use now? Come an idea saying, okay, you know what? Let's have one phone with 2 different SIM.
Yes.
So that it's better for you taking one phone and have 2 different SIMs on the phone.
Yeah, yeah,
It makes it better for you.
yeah.
Samsung have the same thing. So I feel that they did that called Nigerians. You know?
I see. So what you're saying to me is that the numbers that we're seeing in terms of registered SIMs, and the last time I checked, there were about 110 million SIMs in Nigeria. So what you're saying, it could be that there's between, say, 30 and 40 million Nigerians who actually have the SIMs, because one Nigerian would have anything up to 4 SIMs at a time.
Well, in an average of, I wouldn't say 40, 50 million. I would say it should be more than that. I would say less than that.
Yeah,
I'll say this. I'll say, I'm not going to pull this down. I'll say, how am I going to put this? I don't understand. I'll say 10%. 10% of Nigerians, when
Yeah.
you say 5% of Nigerians have more than 2 phones.
yeah, yeah.
And well over 50% of Nigerians have 2 phones.
Okay, hold on.
In every 10 Nigerians you see, I'm
Yeah.
very confident that 6 of them have 2 phones. Minimum.
Hold on. Let's start again so that I'm sure. You saying 10% of Nigerians have got 2 phones?
More than 2 phones.
More than 2
More than
phones.
2 phones.
And then the 50%?
2 phones.
Okay, so 10, more than 2 phones. 50, 2 phones.
Over 52 phones.
In your view, is there a Nigerian who has only 1 phone?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it most of them?
No.
Less of them?
that's- Say like maybe plus or minus like 4 out of 10.
4 out of 10 will have 1. And the remaining 6 will have 2 and more.
Let me ask, how many phones do you have? 1 or 2?
average, one should have two, isn't it?
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sorry, what is your name?
My name is Adidayo.
Adijayo.
Adidayo.
So you have two phones.
At least on the average.
Okay.
On the average, one should have two, but I dropped the second one because it's easier to have one.
To have one for you.
Yes, I would
But
say.
Teddy has got two. Now, your phone, is it a double SIM phone or is it one SIM?
One SIM.
Okay. Why do you find it convenient when 6 out of 10 Nigerians would rather carry two phones because of the network issues and the issues of security and that? Why is it that with you, the issue of network even is not so much of an issue?
Maybe it has, although I use MTN.
Yeah.
I observe a lot of people complain about MTN that
Yeah.
they're not getting through. But I can manage, so far, this level of my life, I can manage the people in my circle.
See.
So far in my life. And it's also helping me because I also have the opportunity of relating with high-profile people that you would have expected to be holding up to 3 phones.
Yeah.
But they still hold one phone. In fact, one of them that I relate closely with, he uses a BlackBerry, but he refused to activate his BBM. And when I asked him, why are you doing this? He said because he wants to make his life simpler.
Ah, I see.
So that's why I dropped my second phone too. I said, I'm not even managing an organization yet. So what am I doing with 2 phones?
With 2 phones.
Let me learn to simplify my life and manage myself, and things will
I see.
be better, isn't it?
Here's a question to you. Do you think you are in the majority or in the minority in terms of people who have only one phone because they are really trying to manage their lives?
I'm in the majority.
In the majority.
Yeah, because I believe
Teddy disagrees with you.
I believe in the Pareto principle.
Yeah.
The 80-20.
Yeah.
I see myself in the 20.
Aha.
And if you see yourself in the 20,
Yeah.
you're in the majority.
I see.
Yeah, you control things. You have power.
Yeah.
You have property. You
Yeah.
have people working for you. One phone is enough.
Teddy disagrees with you. Teddy?
You see, let's take an example right now. She made a point.
Yeah.
She made a very good point because she wasn't at her level right now. She won't be able to manage her circle.
Yeah.
Yes, then let's take for example if she works in Zane or MCM,
Yeah.
or she's a personal assistant to an MD. She's not going to have anything less than 3 phones.
Yeah.
You understand? Because number 1, she's going to take on the MD's call. Number 2, she's going to have a private phone for herself. Number 3, there might be an official phone for the office.
See.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there might be a kind of phone for the office, for the staff for the office. 2, there might be a phone for herself and the MD because she's a personal assistant.
Yeah.
You understand? So that's the school of thought I'm coming from.
You see, where I'm saying you disagree with her, you saying the majority of the people have got more than one phone.
Yeah.
But I suppose that's where the
Which is true.
Pareto principle thing that you were
It's
talking about.
interesting.
Yeah.
This argument is not very interesting
Yeah.
because we're talking about the Pareto principle,
Yeah.
the 80-20.
Yeah.
Really, the majority of people
Yeah.
are in the 80%.
Yeah.
But the powerful people who control things,
They're in the
they're in the
20%.
20%.
Yeah.
And they have more power. So
But
if
the
they
issue-
have more
the
power,
issue right
does
now
it put
is-
them in the majority?
No, I understand what you're saying. You have a point. The issue now is not about the power now, but popularity, the population.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And whether they're powerful or not, we're talking about 10,000 people.
Yeah.
You reach the poor. Do you understand what I'm saying? In that 10,000 people, how many of those 10,000 people use 2 phones?
I see.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like 6,000.
Okay.
The majority have to use 2 or 3 phones because they are serving the 20%.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But right now we're talking about phones now, not based on power.
On power.
So
Okay.
we're talking about phones now.
Yeah.
Take for example, I'm serving someone. I have 2 phones. Maybe he has 1
Yeah.
phone, but I have 2 phones. Now you may say, okay, how many of you have 2 phones? I'm going to raise my hands up because I got 2 phones. Do you understand? I understand what she's saying. She has a point. But right now, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how many people have 2 phones
I
in
see.
society.
Most people in the 80% have 2 or more phones.
See.
That's true.
See.
That's true.
Makes sense. Thank you very much. I
Welcome.
really enjoyed this interview. Awesome.